Okay, it looks like actually we have to start right now. I'm really happy to be here with you today. And before we're moving forward, if you can just simply let me know actually where you're from, just country. It would be really nice to know actually from which part of the world everyone is joining today for this session. A little bit maybe about your background. So actually today's webinar is mostly for supply chain consultants or those who want to develop their career in supply chain. But at the same time, I do understand that people with absolutely different background can participate. So if you can just share a little bit about your background and your location, I would really be thankful for this. At the same time, I will understand that everything's fine with the connection, that you can hear me and everything's fine with the video. So let's start. Okay, California, India, Turkey, Istanbul, beautiful, Ukraine, hey Zur, from Israel. We're just communicating a couple of days ago, Sweden, London. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Singapore, Italy, wonderful. Houston, hey Keys. Greetings for you to USA, Bulgaria, Philippines. Oh my God, beautiful. Chile, again, India, Germany, Mexico, United States, Saudi Arabia. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Bangladesh, China. Okay, beautiful. Brazil, United States. Okay, actually, I received answer to my question. So we have participants from all around the world, which is beautiful. I'm really happy to welcome you to this webinar. My name is Natalie, and I'm happy to be part of Streamline team. Even though today we will be discussing not our solution, but absolutely different concept of and absolutely different part of this industry, we will be discussing successful supply chain consulting best practices. So actually, I'm really happy to have a position of Vice President of Partnerships. So which means that I'm working with, I would say, the smartest people in the industry. I really have this happiness to work with them, and I can share actually with you their best practices, what they do, what some of them do to be really successful all around the world, actually. So if you're ready, let's move forward. And first question, actually, so before we move forward, so let's discuss our agenda a little bit. So today we will be discussing why supply chain consulting is important, part of industry globally. We will be discussing effective strategies for business consultants and how to build successful consulting portfolio. This is also very important. We will be discussing several case studies, again, what other business consultants are doing to have happy clients all around the world. Really all around the world, because right now you can live in one country and have happy clients or happy partners globally all around the world. At the same time, I will discuss with you a little bit about a partnership program which we are offering for evaluation, and after that we will have QA session. So let's move forward. And guys, I will actually ask you to answer to this question because I'm really interested in your opinion. So why the supply chain consulting is important for the industry growth and development? Do you have any idea why is it so important? Because again, business, this is what makes our world, our civilization. Actually, without business, our civilization is not possible. Business, cooperation, partnership. But what is so special about actually supply chain consulting? Any ideas? Because I have very strong belief about it. Why is it so important? Again, as I already mentioned, business is drive optimization and then cost savings. Yes, experience across industries and business models. Across industries, absolutely agree, and business models, absolutely agree. Thank you. Some other ideas? Before I share what I think about it and what is my strong belief, capacity planning. Yes, for roles, for company. Yes, but I would even say more actually globally. Supply chain is heart and blood of any business. Absolutely. And I would even say of our civilization, it's not only a blood of business, it's blood of civilization to deliver people needs. Totally agree. Absolutely agree. Supply chain is critical to most businesses' success, but not well understood by many managers. I absolutely agree. Managers, even supply chain managers, don't understand what is supply chain and how to optimize. So we have to teach them sometimes. Supply chain is today key competitive differentiator. Agree. Backbone of business. Agree. In such case, let me share actually my opinion, what I think about it. Supply chain consulting, as any business consulting, connects two very important industries. Okay, so from one side we have businesses of different types, doesn't matter, is it manufacturing, retail, wholesale, e-commerce, you name it, okay? But from another side, we have science and academic world and different researchers, different academic achievements. And of course, people from business, and we already mentioned, for example, supply chain managers don't always understand actually what are trends, what is the most efficient right now in actually on the market in business. At the same time, there are a lot of academicians who are researching, and we are talking about IT technologies, we are talking about business technologies, we are talking about digitalization. For example, right now we have trend digital twin, and this is trend which Streamline is developing as well. So at the same time, businesses are like, let's say, one side, and progress is developing from different side. And supply chain consultants have very high and very important mission. So what we have to do, we have to actually just connect and combine. We have to deliver knowledge. We have to deliver first-class technology. We have to deliver progress to business. Okay, and by connecting those two industries, we are creating extra value for everyone. So we are making sure that industry is developing. So this is actually, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a mission of supply chain consultants and our industry. So I hope you agree with my humble opinion. This is, again, what I really strongly believe in. So let's move forward. And today's webinar, target audience for today's webinar is business consultants, supply chain consultants. Again, as I already mentioned, those who are in industry and want to develop, want to make sure that they are becoming stronger. At the same time, those who just want to jump into this industry. And today we will be talking about building successful portfolio, right? How to choose right solution, what to pay attention, which mistakes actually to avoid. So this is what I would really love to discuss with you today. And one more thing, if you want to share some of your ideas, feel free to do it. So which are first steps before we are building a successful consulting portfolio? Because you know, having right cards actually during the game is very important, right? So first of all, we have to understand and choose right industry we are working with. So is it supply chain? Is it logistics? Is it something else, right? After that, we have to analyze our current experience, education, expertise, and sometimes we have to not sometimes, always, we have to invest into our education, making sure that we know what's happening in the industry, making sure that we understand which new technologies are available on the market. After that, it is really nice to analyze our target audience. It may look obvious to you, to some of you, but you won't believe how many supply chain consultants or any actually business consultants, after I ask question, what is your target audience? They just say, we work with different kind of businesses. And actually to choose right strategy, we have to understand what is the size of business we want to work with, small and medium, or we are talking about enterprise, because strategies are different, approaches are different. Your probable level of qualification is supposed to be the same, but definitely working with different size companies, you will need to have absolutely different set of course, tools and different experience as well, because they really need different approach. So absolutely different industry. Of course, if you're working with automotive and this is your strong point, definitely probably with food it will be a little bit more difficult for you. Of course, you can do it, but you will have to, again, probably invest into your education, what we were discussing before. From my experience, when I see that one of our partners is working as supply chain consultant with, let's say, with a food and beverage company, I am trying to find for him assistant from our customer success people, those who already have experience in food and beverage, because, absolutely different approach. So business model. Of course, if you're talking about manufacturing, it's absolutely different from retail. It has different feature lists, different approaches, different strategies. Absolutely everything is different. We have comments. Also, strategy consulting is different than operational consulting. Of course, if you're talking about strategy and if you're talking about tactics or operations, absolutely it's different. Absolutely, Jen, thanks for this comment. I will be just again today, before coming to the session, you already expected some kind of networking. So I will be reading comments from partners just to make sure that we have this experience exchange interaction. Okay, so I will be your voice for today. So let's move forward. After we understand our target audience, we have to understand main problems for client, which actually our clients suffer from, right? And only after that, we have to start choosing right solution for actually solving those problems. Okay, let's move forward. How to choose the right solution. Again, you will see on this slide, you will see many times word analyze. I thought actually about probably I have to write analyze one time. After that, just specify, right? But after that, I thought, no, analysis, this is what is the most important when we are talking about choosing right solution. And I just decided to have it here. So how are we choosing solutions? And again, if you want to give some extra comments, if you want to add something, feel free to, I will read it. So first of all, we have to analyze what's happening on the market, which solutions are available. And here, there is easy way and there is efficient way. Easy way is to analyze all popular solutions which are on the market and which are already have high brand awareness, and for some, to some extent, it's easier to work with those solutions. But at the same time, there is huge competition among business consultants. There is also efficient approach how to analyze. You also have to analyze all newcomers. Again, just to understand which new technology is coming to the market, because very often all solutions, they are too pricey, I would say. And they always use old technology. Yes, technology which are proved to be efficient to some extent, but at the same time, we live in the world which is developing so fast. So definitely you don't want to find yourself at the situation when new technology is already popular and you're not using it. So for a business consultant, it is always very important to make sure that you can offer to your client what is actually in trend right now. If you're talking about, for example, artificial intelligence, If you're talking about, let's say, like time machine, or if you're talking about digital twin, right, technology, which is extremely important and popular right now. So definitely we have to check newcomers who are coming to market and who are offering that. But if you're talking about newcomers, if you're talking about some companies which are conquering this market, but probably they're not as popular as companies who are for a longer time on the market, we have to analyze which technologies they're using, right? Which technology. We have to analyze a list of features, because again, this is what is very important. We have to match. Is this list of feature the same as actually what are your clients, your target audience requirement, or no? So you have to know it very well. At the same time, you have to learn the list of clients, case studies, and customers review. It is very important before actually bringing the solution to your clients. And you have to make sure that this solution is already deployed actually with the same target audience portfolio. We have to, again, if you're talking about a solution which you want to have in your portfolio, you have to also analyze the level of support which they provide to clients and partners. Because again, when you're working with someone, you need to have this, like team support. You have to understand that this is a team which will support you when you need extra time to invest, when you need extra effort, because especially if you're talking about big companies, big clients, if you're talking about implementation of 60, 70, 80 licenses, you need to understand that there is someone behind who can support you and that team is always available, right? So you should understand that you have this relationship with the team and right level of support. Again, not only to client, but to partners as well. And very important is to analyze contract you're signing with the vendor. Because again, you have to understand what are your rights, what are your responsibility, what is the commission rate. Partnership is one of our partners from US told that partnership is actually like marriage. You don't expect to marry each year. You don't expect to have too many partnerships, because if there are too many, it means that they're not efficient. And you really want to invest your time, your efforts, your resources into partnership, which is bringing a lot of value for you during certain time. So we're talking about years. We're talking about years, right? And there is also one thing I would love to mention from actually my experience. You have to remember that business consultants are not software resellers. Okay, so first job of business consultant or supply chain consultant is to consult, and it is important to not a quantity, but a quality. If you're talking about, again, software resellers, we are talking about quantity of different software solutions which they are selling, but reselling. We are not talking about business consulting, but we are talking about business consulting. We are talking about using a limited amount of solutions into your portfolio, but make sure that you really know what kind of solution you're choosing. Make sure that you really understand what is behind. Make sure that you really have this expertise. Make sure that you really have chance to learn the solutions, that there is right education program, probably certification, which makes this tool really tool for you to move forward and work with. So this is very, very important. Okay, before moving forward, let me check what comments do we have. And so regarding previous slides, we also have recommendation that we have to analyze what volume means to your client. Exactly. I totally agree. For different people, value means different things. We may think that we bring value, but your client may need absolutely different thing. For example, shortening lead times and continuity of product versus cash saving may be more effective in the current market. Yes, different markets have absolutely different rules. Solution cost, initial and running. Yes, totally agree. Totally agree. Okay, let's move forward, ladies and gentlemen. Let me share with you actually several case studies about some partners I love working with. I enjoy working with them because of high professionalism, and I'm really happy to be part of their success, their personal success. But before going to this case study, let me just mention that we have partners really all around the world. So many countries than you see here. It's also China. It's also many European countries like Switzerland, France, England, many Latin American countries. So I'm really happy to say that we have network of partners who are sharing their experience and with whom it's really interesting and which other word to choose. Really enjoyable to work with. Okay, so ladies first, let me start with a case study of one of our partners, Sheetal. She's from India. And we were supposed to talk about different strategies in supply chain actually consulting. So I love working both with consulting agencies and independent consultants. And I cannot say that one strategy or one business step is more efficient or less, because we have very successful, a huge amount of successful case studies, both with agencies and with independent or individual consultants. So why I decided to highlight actually this case study, successful case study. First of all, Sheetal is extremely smart. She has a very analytical mindset. And talking about her case, we can see that right now, if you're talking about supply chain consulting and success in this industry, it doesn't matter country where are you located. Even being located in India, she is capable of closing nice and beautiful deals in USA, in many different countries. And if you're talking about her keys to success, so again, I always ask most successful partners, what is your key to success? What are you doing to make sure that you always have a lot of leads, a lot of clients, a lot of leads in your pipeline, and a lot of clients who are satisfied with your service? And usually, again, she's saying about careful tool selection and long-term relationship with clients. And I absolutely agree with both of those points, because you should provide the right tool, and at the same time, you should provide the right, I will not even say service, I will say right relationship, right partnership with your clients. Let's move forward. We also work with gentlemen, of course. And I would say like that one of our brightest and smartest and most experienced partner is Pablo. He has at least 35 years of experience in business consulting, and reversely, he's independent consultant. So he used to work for huge agencies, but right now he's working with us as independent consultant. So why I'm highlighting it, just for you to know that we can cooperate and we can help you develop either your agency, if you're working, if you're part of agency and you're looking for new perspectives for your business, or if you're independent consultant, individual consultant, it's also Okay, and it's difficult for me to say which model is more efficient and more is better actually to work with. So 35 years of Snlp. He works also globally. He's based in Mexico, but he works with Spanish clients. One more thing I want to mention. He's very successful in implementing different solutions in one company. So he is carefully choosing how to combine solutions. And in his portfolios, there are a lot of implementation for SAP and Streamline, at the same time for Oracle and Streamline. So he knows again how to receive most of actually any business case. So yeah, 35 years of Snlp implementation. I believe this is actually something really important. And again, I was asking him what are his points and keys for successful development in this industry. And he usually says that when he's choosing solution, he's talking about, for him, it's important to understand that there is a very high level of quality and efficiency if we're talking about solution. Quick implementation process. So this is also very important, right? Because you know that some solutions have 6 months, 1 year of implementation. And at the same time, there are new solutions which are very quick in implementation. And we can talk about sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months, if you're talking about big implementation, about like 60, 70 licenses. And he also always mentions that it is important to have reasonable price. So price for solution nowadays, especially when we have a lot of competition on this market, price has to be reasonable always. Hopes it makes sense. Actually, I do have one small complaint in our comments. Where is the Bangladeshi flag? Yes, we do have partner in Bangladesh, and unfortunately, we were not able to put all flags actually on the slide with our partners. So I will ask our team actually to add more flags. Yes, our team is growing of partners, and we will work with this complaint, Mohammed, and we will add your flag to our presentation. Thanks for mentioning it. Okay, let's move forward. This is what I wanted actually to share with you, that there are a lot of partners with whom we are working globally, worldwide. And let's move forward. Let me tell you a little bit, just really a little bit about product, because again, there are some supply chain consultants and business consultants who are not working with us, but who are coming probably first time to meeting with Streamline. So if you're talking about product, we are talking about Streamline, but company is GmbH. It's actually American-based company. Our headquarters is in New York, but as you can see, we have a representation globally all around the world. Me personally, I'm based in Istanbul, in Turkey. And solution we're talking about, this is a solution for demand forecasting and supply chain planning. Artificial intelligence based solution, and our main task is to make sure that we optimize inventory levels and help our clients or your clients to make more money on supply chain. So this is actually our main goal. Give me 1 second and we are moving forward. And if we're talking about results we are capable to achieve, we usually talk about 90% less stockouts, okay, which means that sales rate increase highly. We are talking about less overstock and 60 faster forecasting and planning. Sometimes it's much more. Sometimes it's not 60%. Sometimes it's 90%. If company is still using Excel, and we are switching actually their workflow to Streamline, to digital twin with Streamline. Sometimes we have 90% increase in actual speed of forecasting and planning. Okay, let's move forward. Let me also tell you a little bit about benefits for the partners if they start working with Streamline. The first and the most important is education and certification, which we offer for our partners for free. Again, we already mentioned that supply chain expert has to invest in his or her education, actually lifelong. And we start our partnership with investing into your certification, into your education, so you receive it for free. At the same time, we have very competitive commission for our partners. We have a first-year commission after we close the deal with our client. At the same time, if partner is capable of providing support second year, third year, it means that partner will receive commission actual lifetime as long as client is staying with us. Of course, we're talking about professional lift because we invest in partners' education all the time. We invest in networking. We invest in different partnership accelerators program. We provide technical, marketing, and sales support for all partners who have certificates, and it's absolutely for free. Again, certificate gives you a lot of rights while you're partnering with Streamline. We also support communication between our partners. So this is high value network. Some of our partners are providing implementation services to other partners who prefer only closing deals. So our network is very, very, very efficient. We have help our partners to promote their services, and we help our partners to develop their marketing strategies. If you're talking about LinkedIn, for example, marketing, social media marketing, or webinars. So we help our partners to move forward with marketing strategies. And of course, if you add Streamline to your solution portfolio, you have very efficient artificial intelligence-based demand forecasting and supply chain planning solution in your portfolio. Talking about partnership programs which are available in Streamline, we are happy to work with referral partners who can provide us with companies we can help. We can help solving their problems. We are happy to work with consultants or consulting partners who spend much more time with their clients, who are helping them to analyze their problems, to overcome their problems, to choose the right solution while working with their problems and actually solving them. At the same time, we are working with implementation partners, actually who are providing implementation services to our new clients, especially if you're talking about closing big deals, where we have like 70, 80 users. Definitely consulting partner will need assistance of someone who will help with implementation. And at the same time, we are working with full cycle partnerships. It means that partner is capable of providing consulting and implementation. Sometimes partner is bringing lead, making sure that consulting services are delivered, and after that implementation. So in such case, we call it a full cycle partnership or full cycle partners. And the level and amount of commission is much higher percent. Let's move forward. If we're talking again about partners we are looking for, let me just summarize again. We are looking for supply chain consultants who are capable of discovering client's problem and building strategy to fix it, who can ensure that there is fit between Streamline and client's company, who can introduce lead to our software. But again, We provide support with everything. We provide support with education. We provide support with certification. We provide support with closing the deal, making sure that client is happy with solution during implementation process. We make sure that everything's fine with post-purchase support. So we provide full range actually and a wide range of support to our partners. Because again, your success means our success. It's very important for us. Pretty much that's it actually what I wanted to share with you. Right now, I would love to have QA session with you if you have some questions. At the same time, I will ask Mary, who is kindly supporting us today, to share my calendar link in our chat. So in case you need to book a meeting with me to receive free consulting or to discuss more in one by one about how to make sure that we build right strategy for developing your personal business or your personal brand as supply chain consultants, feel free to book meeting with me. Okay. And right now, let's have a QA session if you do have some questions. Okay. Right now we have only thank you. It looks like information which I gave to you was absolutely clear and you understand everything. Would you like to comment? Maybe maybe you have some suggestions. Maybe actually, let me ask question differently. If there is perfect partnership for you as business consultant and vendor, what is important for you? What would you like for vendors to consider in order to provide perfect partnership between you and vendor? Is there something like that? So if you write it down, probably we'll be able to include it into our partnership program. And in such case, your thoughts, your idea could become true. Don't waste this chance, actually. Okay, we have QA. One question. Let me open it. Clear goals and quantify results is the key. Yes, I totally agree. Clear goals. Mary, unfortunately, I cannot open questions. I don't know why. If you can just copy and send it to me so I can answer it. Buy-in and alignment with company goals with consulting engagements. Yes, goals have to be the same. Software is effective in supply chain. Your software has to be effective. If software is not effective, in such case, there is no use to use it. How any logistics software is effective in supply chain? Actually, you would have to ask them. So we are working with different solutions. We are working with Streamline solution, which is artificial intelligence based solution, which requires little hardware and provides a lot of features for clients in order to make sure that we meet their goals and their KPIs, their expectations. So if you have questions regarding Streamline, I would love to answer, especially that Streamline is also capable of providing digital twin. Actually solution right now, we have extended Snlp process. Extended means that, let's say we have a company who has some vendors and clients. So both vendors and clients can have access to Snlp process with some limited rights. But at the same time, we increase visibility for all players and everyone can be part of this process. What are KPI metrics related to supply chain with support of Streamline in manufacturing-based industry will be solved? Okay, First of all, it's demand forecasting, right? If you're talking about Streamline, first of all, we have to increase accuracy of demand forecasting. After that, we are talking about supply chain planning and purchase orders, right? So to make sure that we don't have stockouts, we don't have overstocks, we don't have lost sales because of that. In each case, it can be different. So to increase or to decrease, for example, stockouts, overstocks per certain percent, to make sure that company is not spending or decreasing the spending for logistics expenses. Sometimes our clients are coming to us with this request. For, let's say that their suppliers are in China, company is in France. It means that, and they're using airplane transportation for shipment, and it is very expensive. So for them, for example, KPI could be to decrease their spendings by 15 or 20%. So if we achieve it, this is successfully achieved KPIs. And we are capable of solving it, actually, those problems. I hope I answered that question. Do we have more questions about it? Thank you, my pleasure. Can you explain a little about digital twin, how it is effective? Okay, of course I can explain. This is actually one of my favorite topics. So what is digital twin? Digital twin, this is digital copy of business processes. And if you're talking about Streamline, we are talking about a digital copy of very detailed digital copy of supply chain processes which are in the company. And when you have this copy, so we are talking about physical world, right? Let's say that all of your business architecture. At the same time, we have this copy in digital copy, so digital twin, right? So when you have it, first of all, you can. What is important part of digital twin? First of all, visibility. So you should understand and see what is happening in your business. Second thing, you have better decision-making tool. Second, actually, third thing, we are talking about time machine. So this is actually feature or tool which helps you to predict, to forecast how will your supply chain look in nearest future or not nearest. We can talk about 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So you can actually have this time machine, so this visibility in future. And this is actually a stress test, right? So you can run different strategies and have stress test for different strategies. So this is actually very important. At the same time, I already mentioned that it is very nice if you can have extended Snlp. So extended Snlp means that your clients, your customers' clients, or your customers' vendors can have access to supply chain process with some limited abilities and limited rights. And it means that Snlp, so because if we're talking about planning, so of course we have planners. Higher step is to have Snlp process when marketing, sales people, financial department people, everyone is influencing this future demand forecasting process, right? And so sales and operations. But extended Snlp, this is when not only marketing and salespeople and other departments of your company have this access, but also your clients or your vendors. And again, it helps to have better visibility, to have better decision making, and of course be more efficient and more effective, actually, if we're talking about business strategy. So this is actually a solution we are offering right now. Okay, one more question. I was trying to get item-wise demand in planning in the demand module, but I didn't find. How can I see item-wise demand planning? Are you talking about ability to work with on SKU level? If yes, in such case, just book meeting with me, and I will be really, really happy to show you how our solution works, and actually how you can deploy it in your company or your client's company. I was trying to get item-wise, so probably this is actually what we were talking about before. What exactly is simulation and risk analysis? Okay, simulation. So let's see that we have assumptions, that we have some strategy in future. Let's say to change transportation system, or let's say that we are going to change supplier or something like that. Or we want to increase or decrease some parameters. Before making this decision, again, if you're talking about small company, we have more liberty. But if you're talking about bigger company, we need to understand how our supply chain will behave in this situation when we are changing something. And with time machine solution, which is part of Streamline, we can have quantitative analysis actually of data, and we will see what will be the result of this this actually solution. So we make some kind of solution, we are making some changes, and before applying those before actually applying this in reality, we can ask artificial intelligence and Streamline to calculate how will it influence our supply chain in future, and you will have actually all visibility. And this is a very important part of digital twin, because if there is no risk stress test or risk analysis, and if there is no ability for simulation, right? It means it is not digital twin. Digital twin is supposed to give you this window of the future, or this time machine, so you can go to future and see how your decision will influence your supply chain, let's say in 3 months. Hope it makes sense for you. Okay, so please let me know if you have other questions right now to discuss. I would really, really, really love to see you booking a meeting with me in my calendar. So actually, Mary, if you can post one more time a calendar link, just to make sure that it's convenient to find. Yes, thank you so much. So thanks for joining. Thanks for investing your time. Again, this is part of education and part of network. I am absolutely sure that this is what helps us move forward together. If you need any help, if you need any consulting, if you have some questions, any assistance is needed, please feel free to let me know, okay? And I'm here for you to help. Our team is here for you to help. And together, actually, what we are doing, we are making sure that, as someone mentioned today, blood of this industry is circulating, and we have a lot, and we bring a lot of benefits actually to this industry, to supply chain, making sure that everyone's needs are satisfied, not only business, but everyone, all people needs. Thanks for joining, and talk to you soon.